Alright then, thank you for joining us again on Coffee Gang. It's really a great evening out here and we hope to make your evening even look greater. We are back on the table this evening and of course we have our coffee steaming. You might doubt that, but we actually have it steaming. Obviously. It's great to be back. My name is Gbolabo, famous school, and of course I'm not alone here on the table. Meet with the ladies. Hi ladies.
Hello.
Happy New Year, Muna. It's good to have you
Muna,
back.
yes, I'm going to say that.
It feels good to be back. It feels really good to be
Pick it
back.
fresh up.
Yeah.
You had a fantastic holiday.
I did.
Obviously, showing all of that.
And I love the gold here. Really nice.
Oh yeah, connected to something different.
Blonde, actually. Right?
Blonde, okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here again, and I want to quit smiles. Thank you.
All right, ladies, let's start off this way. There's actually a woman, an elderly woman. I will call her elderly because of her age now. She came all the way from California to meet her half-bro here in Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
And guess what? The guy's age is about 20-something. And now this young man took the lady all the way to the hometown. The lady, now a woman, because I'm calling her lady, like, because she has 2 kids actually.
Mama.
Met with the parent of the guy and they're planning to get married in March. You know, if you look at the holiness, I don't know, is it, will I say it's too done in a quick fix, trying to get married to this young man. Given the age difference now, there are a lot of issues that came up. Is this love? Now, the lady is saying that they're going to get married and jet off to California. The guys agreed to go with her to California and they're going to be spending their life together. She has 2 kids already. She's like a mama, a single mama. You know, if we put this to bear, and of course what has been happening, young Nigerian boys that has a lot of prospects. Now, it appears that his kind of dream is coming to realization because now he will be leaving the confines of this place some people call cage. They want to experience a community where there's steady power supply, you eat burger, you have internet at a click, it's fast. But really come to the reality of things. Would we say this is real love? Allowing your teenage, I won't call him teenager any younger because he's about 20 something. He's of age to actually get married. But looking at the age difference now, how do we marry this together? Given the fact that he's an adult coming for like a younger brother. That's the way I look at it. How do we see this? Is this real love?
Okay, so is the issue the fact that she is white or the fact that she's older? Because there are Nigerian guys who have married older Nigerian women. So is the issue really that she's older or she's white? Now I know that it's becoming a trend. It's becoming sort of a trend.
You have a case study, right?
How
that's how you said it's a trend, really.
Actually, it's not a case study. Several. There's this thing happening now that I'm not even understanding again. The way Nigerian guys are hustling, in quotes.
So who
American women, white women,
Nigerian girls, if they all go out there to
well, I guess we should start looking for. We should start hustling. Yeah, we should start hustling American guys as well.
Old men,
regardless of their age and I mean number of kids, number of divorces as well.
Okay, first of all, I'll say congratulations to them. I'm happy for them. I'm always
we
happy
be to the wedding though.
When love meets love, whatever way it comes.
Okay.
But then I don't, let me just call you that. And I read that they met on social media. Now that's the part I actually have on Instagram rather. That's the part I have issues with. Like, okay, you met someone on Instagram, and then you come home. And yes, it doesn't even matter. What do you know about this person? You've just been chatting.
Okay, so
Instagram.
How about
and
people
then
in Nigeria who meet on social media and they communicate via social media for a period of time?
Like Banky W and this one.
Exactly, and then they meet and then they get married.
Within the country, within the same continent.
So what's the difference? Is it because they are oceans?
Yes, and then she's older. She's not just oceans, she's way older. She's a mom of 2. Like she's almost eating her 50s.
The Nigerian guys
and then
married.
It looks like an thing to me.
I think it's a marriage. I think it's a marriage of.
Oh no!
It's a marriage of convenience for the guy. Like okay, he's getting married to this, of course, I don't know if she's wealthy, but of course opportunities.
Once you're out of
opportunities.
The
So
country,
the guy and his family,
serious.
of course, must have seen the future that okay, we go with this woman. When you get there, just misbehave. She'll chase you house. Women are more superior there. So I think it's like a game plan for the guy. He knows what he's doing. It's the woman that I don't know if she knows what she's doing.
Have you listened to what the guy said? The guy said that he has never found love like this.
Well, what would you say? What would you say? He wouldn't have said,
do not give much
I don't love her.
Like the way the white woman has given him love.
Yeah.
But the question is,
I can understand from the woman's side.
what do we begin to look at now? I feel that the level of poverty is actually too high. Imagine if this guy is well schooled. He's not a barber who is striving to ensure that he gets some little money to eat. If he had gone to school, for instance, if he's exposed technically and he's working in a very good company, will he ever say that he wants to marry a woman that will come all the way from California within a year and is now planning
for the papers?
within 2 months?
Funny thing is, it's not just people who are not educated who do this. They call it something. They call it visa marriage. So a lot of people just want to leave Nigeria. That's the truth.
So
but this young
you
man
find a lot of people.
Let's not forget that he has said that it's a lifetime thing. And he is ready to go all the way. And he has brought this woman down to the parents. And the parents are even giving them conditions. Although these are sources, it is being leaked by sources here and there. This parent hasn't come out to say this is what we said. But they've met with HISPA. Even the police organization within, that's the indigenous police network within the northern region, has also met with them. And the guy said he was even invited by internal security in Nigeria because a lot of people are carrying his story everywhere. So they wanted to know what this is all about. And it's quite interesting. I see some sort of poverty in this. If you ladies want to defer, but that's what I feel.
But to be fair, it could actually be
I look at his age, he's 20-something. And I look at an average 20-something guy in Nigeria. Let's take, for instance, he's exposed to tech. The young man has a lot of expertise in tech. I've seen quite a number of them. I see what they do. I don't think a Nigerian that is exposed to education has a good job at the age of 24 but wants to succumb to a white lady that is over 40 and of course has 2 kids and he says love. I see some sort of poverty and a way of actually getting reprieve, saying that if I get out there, and of course this young man might not be alone. They will have a family structure that will say, this will change our lineage. And of course I saw pictures that were being taken shamefully. Sorry, I used the word shamefully. You saw them all in hijab, you know, coming out to snap, and they were happy with the process. I see some sort of way that the family is looking at it like this is a reprieve. It means I'll have access to go outside the country. True. And of course, this is a young man that was a barber. You know, it's like something just came and it changed the whole scenario. But beyond that, I feel that this shouldn't be like an exit point for many Nigerian youths. I feel youths should realize their dreams. I've seen a lot of youths doing fantastically well. And most time if I go on social media, I see a number of Nigerian youths being picked for leadership programs outside the country. It marvels me, makes me so happy. I've seen quite a number of them that have gone to Harvard University. I've seen some of them presently being picked up by MWF to be part of the 2020 MWF in the US. And these are young blood, 22, 23, who are Nigerians. So are you now telling me that that young man that has access to so much opportunities while he's in Nigeria will succumb to one 40-something lady that has 2 kids?
I think it's
and he wants to get married. I don't think it will work that way. If this guy has been well educated, knows his rights, of course the level of exposure, I already see that is very poor for him to succumb. He's a young, fine man. He could have built his career and decide who he wants to marry. Not just online. You just see a woman who comes online with 2 kids and he came all the way from California. What's the desperation all about?
Well, I think
I just feel that this woman wants a young blood. Actually,
of course, for me it's just it's a really dark and twisted situation. And there's this saying that you can't help whom you fall in love with. So maybe it's truly love. You never can tell.
Yeah, there's actually the possibility that it's really love. There is that possibility.
Yeah, some young men are actually attracted to older women. So I think that's the situation.
And what if it has just been his lifelong dream to get married to a white woman,
woman,
to have mixed blood children.
Yes. You can achieve that without marrying someone that is older. With 2 kids.
Yes.
Actually, he can marry a young, white, fine lady that is within the age range and still have mixed race and, of course, enjoy his life.
They're actually like
I don't want to be a
they're actually guys who
yes,
prefer older women.
I don't want to be a prophet of doom.
Please don't go there.
Give this guy 3 years.
3 years.
It's going to
Don't
say,
go there.
you know what I mean. They will just say, I have my paper. I'm waiting for me. Is it not Hausa boy? He will just say, Mommy, have you kept the Amari of 14 years? He comes back home to marry. And that's why you see most times these white people, once these people they marry to leave them, they kill them. Some of them even gun them down. Because it's like, this is a trust I'm building with you, and now you're trying to break that trust. And now, because you've gotten what you want. I see a lot of it as a way of trying to get out of this country, get reprieve, help their family members, live a joyful life. But I think this can be achieved with actually putting yourself through the eye of a needle and putting your life to threats. Now, I think is a cage to me. Honestly, I feel it's a cage for this young man. Like, what? I look at the woman like, what?
Yeah,
I
like
felt
what?
a little bit like, what? How would this guy deal with this woman? For a lifetime? I'm like, God, I wanted to weep. Like, what? Well,
He must have counted the cost and decided that it's something he can handle. So, I mean, let's wish him well.
But the social media actually is very funny. When he came out to say Nigerian women do not know how to love, white women,
It should have said that.
for him.
It should have said
They
that.
shouldn't,
yes.
It shouldn't.
They came out for
What?
him. And some of those words, I don't start recounting them.
I know.
It was so silly. But I feel that whatever you choose to do in life, remember posterity. And of course, remember that old age will come. And sometimes when you're in old age, is that time you reflect on your past.
True.
And if you've not built a good one for yourself, it could be very miserable somehow. When people are enjoying their old age, you might sit in the corner like, I wish I could turn back the hands of time. God forbid we won't see that happening to people around us. But I'm wishing them all the best. If the parents are actually stamping their feet and like, let my son go to California, but
That's
of course, marry this woman, that's their choice.
Yeah.
That's really their choice.
Wish them all the
Wishing
best.
them well.
Yeah, wishing
But
them
we
the
feel
best.
that Nigerian youth should be more responsible. There are a lot of young girls here that are pretty. And of
Like
course,
Muna?
that are pretty, that they can settle with actually. And of course, you don't need to go for the older women because you're trying to ensure that you get something. It doesn't really work out at the end of the day because you get tired. Imagine you're staying with somebody with wrinkled face, wrinkled body.
Ew.
Some of them, they try through it because they want to get something out of it, and once they get it, they try to leave. But whatever it is your choice. Whatever choice you make in life, you will definitely have the effect in the long run. Okay, away from that now, Muna, you ready? Or you have a plan that we don't?
She's so emotional. She can't wait for the big day. Oh God!
Man, happy married life.
Oh, you're moving tears from your eyes.
my God!
This one is making me feel.
It's okay. Let me rub your back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm laughing too. Okay, let me move on straight. There's actually another issue. When I saw this online, it got me laughing a lot. Talking about Sia.
Oh Lord.
He came appealing that he wanted some amount of money. And now, when I saw this particular story, I felt that, okay, this could be something serious, and I was jumping to read through it. When I read through it, I had to laugh, and I was reading out, I was wondering in my mind, what went wrong here? You know, he had come out to say that FIFA has banned him from playing football for life. And now he's trying to get his image back. He's trying to reclaim his integrity back. And he needs to prove that in a court of law. He has to spend over 200 pounds, several millions of naira. He now wants Nigerians to contribute as little as 500 naira. That if 200 people could contribute 500 naira each, that means he can settle that out of court. Quite interesting. Now, a number of Nigerians have said that if we have to give you 500 naira, why would we give you that money when there are a lot of people on Nigerian streets that are unemployed? People are hungry. Now you want to go and fight a case with so much amount of money, it doesn't really make sense. What do you ladies really think?
Well, I think, okay, fine, Samson Siasa was a former Super Eagles coach. and player at the same time. And of course, he must have earned a whole lot of money because they paid them well. So I want to know where he kept all the money he earned all this while. Number one. And then number two, why you are not sick, your legs are not broken, you have hands, and you're coming out to tell us to contribute 500 naira. What makes you think the average Nigeria has 500 naira?
The thing is that what will be the benefit of the contribution? If they had contributed for him, he has won the case.
Yeah.
How would Nigerians benefit?
Like,
it's so hilarious.
In fact, I think
I was wondering
it's sad and sick. I don't know what he was thinking to come out and even made a video saying, in fact, he just like put his entire family in a state of embarrassment, because why would you come out and say, okay, everybody start contributing? You're even telling us how to contribute the money, 500 naira each. What makes you think I have 500 naira of me?
You know, like, when I saw that, first thing that came to my mind was, oh my God, Samson Siasia, what's wrong with him? His kidney, his heart, his liver, what is it? And then I was thinking he was critically ill, and he just needed people to contribute for some massive surgery or something. And then I find out that, okay, he was taking bribe, and then he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and then he's coming to say, people should bring your money now.
It was an allegation, actually.
Yeah.
It wasn't
okay,
like,
yes, it's still an allegation.
Exactly. That's what he's trying to prove.
He didn't do it. True, he said he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though he said he would have,
what is the proof that we have that he didn't do it for real? Because that's what he should focus on. That's what he should focus on instead of asking us to contribute 500 naira. Like, it's really, really annoying me.
But whatever it is, I feel that when many Nigerians, if you feel that you can still help him, some people were even talking about go to fund something.
Yes, go fund. Yes,
accounts that they could be, if there's that platform, people could actually plow their monies into. But I think it's very hilarious to me because there are so many things that you could push your money into that could be beneficiary for the masses. I was just wondering in my head, if you go to the UK to prove yourself, then eventually you're left off the hook. That means you get back to the business. And how does the ordinary man who's contributed for you benefit in the long run? To me, I feel he should have thought about it very well. Maybe try his hands on other things. It might not be football all the time. Maybe it's not going to work for football this time. He could do coaching in schools, for instance. What is stopping him from coaching secondary schools, going to private schools to actually get money? It's being paid for coaching them. So it doesn't really mean he has to be there all the time, because I see desperation in all of it.
And someone actually said,
to get back,
since
it's from
Bayelsa, you should just ask the former president of Nigeria good luck for some money instead of throwing it out to everybody to contribute 500 naira.
He should go and make it.
Good luck, because they're from the same place. Okay, good luck. I don't come. Give me money. Support your own boy, something like that. So instead of asking the general
public to actually contribute, and that's actually the easiest way people use. They'll just come to the gullible public. We are sick, we want this, we want that, and again,
for people who are sick, it's even understandable. I think
sometimes like it's not always the case.
It would have been easier if he had found a way to get Nigerians to understand that he's not guilty, and then raise their voice for him, their voices. Just imagine 200,000 Nigerians raising their voice to say this is injustice.
It's an isolated
case. That is what you should focus on. It's
an isolated case. It's actually an isolated one. It doesn't involve Nigerians. It's not a backlash on the image of the country. It's a single man who had gone to make a mistake. Clear your name.
But now he wants us to come out. If he had come out to make Nigerians, what I'm saying is, if he had come out to make Nigerians believe that
how we
I did not do this. If I don't know, that's why he should focus on.
Instead of having us for my family,
because it's a personal journey. When they said he collected the money, for instance, he did not see anything. He waited until after he was back. So now Nigerians are already deducing that when you were busy collecting money for fixed matches and gifts, you didn't come, you were sharing it with your relatives.
And Nigerians know how to analyze.
Exactly. Now, when you don't face the music, you can't play anything. You can't be part of the FIFA football network and the rest of it. He now came back to the mainstream society. My name is Samson Siasia. Please, I need blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. He's actually some person that we should give respect to.
Because of the issue of Nigerian football. But
this particular scenario is actually not a welcoming development. Maybe he should have said something else that could be emotional for people to contribute. Maybe he could have said he can't pay his house rent any longer. His mother was kidnapped very recently. He had to pay a huge sum of amount of money. He's bankrupt. Then Nigerians could say, oh, we pity him. Not that he wants to go and settle a personal vendetta, be a personal, it will not work. Nigerians
I think his manager or his management should think of another strategy.
They
and
should.
tell him that, okay,
I'm not sure he has an advisor.
I'm not sure. Yeah, that's
and I did a number of people who are in prisons looking for 10,000 naira bail and all of that. The number of number of Nigerians who have unsolved cases and things that just 10,000 as little as 10,000 would set them free. And then someone just comes out from almost nowhere
and says it needs several millions of
and
naira.
It needs 500 from you, me. So she'll contribute.
She's a sport lady. She'll contribute. Okay, away from that now. Looking at Magic Fashek, his health is deteriorating. He's not feeling any better. And I'm afraid to say that he's under something that we might not be able to explain because he's not looking too good. If you move closer to his picture, if you try to have a zoom, you could see that it's his body, his skin isn't looking too well. And of course, I don't know if he's under something because over the years he's been accused of taking hard drugs, and of course his health isn't getting any better. He's aging. He's a glowing man. He has a very bright skin. For somebody who has that kind of texture of skin, all of a sudden everything just went that way. It calls to question so many things, but one factor remains about helping each other in the industry. We see a lot of people coming to the ground with very expensive things, luxury goods, wristwatches, hair, sometimes even houses. Now you have a sick man. I know some people will say it's not my business because it's not my family member, and of course it's the one that did himself. Now only God knows what he's into, but beyond that, in the industry, people don't rally around among themselves to help. This is a man who needs urgent help. How many of them are stepping forward to actually help? Meanwhile, if there is a reality show, an entertainment show, a number of them will stick their neck and drop several mouth-watering millions of naira. Now, there is a man who has been sick. It's only Olamide from what we're hearing. And he also told the manager of Magic Fashek not to come out to tell anyone. But he decided to say it eventually that it was only this guy that came up to say, let me help. And I think it goes a long way to tell us what the entertainment industry really is. Because it appears that they don't really like themselves. I'm sorry, I'm not within that industry, but for what we're saying, it appears that they are not my brother's keeper. Everybody wants to oppress, show off. You know, if you're not in my clique, you won't benefit when the time comes for you to benefit. And I don't think it's healthy for entertainment industry. They're making several billions of naira. I'll tell you that.
It shows how much value placed on one another's our lives, because when it comes, if it was celebrating his birthday now, they'll come out to contribute a nice car. This one we drop this, drop this. Okay, no, I'm going to fill the bills and get everything. But now that it's involved his life, his health, to be precise, everyone's like, okay, backing him. It doesn't really concern us. And you see them posting his pictures on their social media platform, but at the end of the day, they're not even contributing to what is actually going on. So it's a very, very sad situation. And then kudos to Olamide for even at least being the only one reaching out to him and then contributing something.
This is really very pitiful, especially seeing that this is someone who a lot of us grew up listening to and enjoying and loving. It's really pitiful that he's at a state where he needs the help of people who are capable. Now we know it's their money, and you cannot tell anybody how to spend their money. But one would expect that you should give back to some extent. You should give back. See the case of OJB Israel. He came out as well to cry out at a point. I don't know how many people supported him.
He's late now.
Yes, he died eventually. There's this very pitiful one. I mean, when that one happened, I was so pained because I know I was one of those people who really enjoyed watching it. Green Gory. of the new masquerade. That's very
old. TV opera.
You know how much we enjoyed watching that, and then I find out that the man got old, he had glaucoma, and he was broke and everything. You know, entertainment wasn't paying so much like it's paying now back then. And there was call for entertainers to help and everything. And one would think that a lot of, especially those in the movie industry, will look at these people as legends and try to help.
You know, there's something about fame. You know, from what you said, there's something about fame that it does to you. Everybody believes that you're okay.
Yes.
Even while I was growing up, if I see somebody who is an actor and actress, if I see you in a public bus drinking, let's say, sachet water, I keep wondering, you're an actor, you shouldn't be doing that. But these are people in real life. How much do they pay them for roles? Yeah, so it's like we overestimate
especially
them.
Men.
Exactly.
Yes.
Men. Okay, now
especially men. No, I'm serious. Especially men. I think the female actors get more paid than the male actors for some reasons.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I think it depends on the. Yeah, but I really do think that way, because for him to, I mean, most male actors are sick on something, they really get help. But with a female actress, you see people contributing, okay, take this, take that, and at the end of the day, they end up helping the individual. So I think male actors do not get as much as female actors.
Well, that analysis is
yes, I think so. I don't
even know. That's one way to understand. But that's one way to look at it. That's Dupe actually analyzing it. I was thinking of something else, but hopefully she was able to analyze it in a way. I don't think that there's actually a better bread, or let's say breed, from one another. If you are acting, you're acting. Because I know that there are some actors that are making several billions of naira. I hear this kind of signal, we have to go. It's been a lovely evening. I wish we could go on and on. I wanted to also talk about women building women, but really, our time is fast spent on Coffee Gang today. Make sure you join us another time. That will be next Saturday for another interesting edition. Yeah. And make sure you like us on Facebook, Coffee Gang fan page. My name is Gbolabo, Famous School. I'm leaving you with this gown.
And I want to face smiles, and I still feel bad that you cried the other time.
Please don't go there. Don't go there. My name is Munachi Ebolono. Have a beautiful evening.
Bye.
Bye.